Welcome to the Perham Show. My guest today is Vicki Clinert, and Vicki is the new director here at the Food Shelf in Perham. Thanks for being with us, Vicki.
Thanks, Patty, for asking me.
Yeah, well, I'm just, I can't believe that I haven't been here before. The Food Shelf is so such a high priority, especially now in these difficult economic times. Are you seeing an increase in the people who are using the Food Shelf?
Yes, we are. Yeah. Job loss and maybe just having to use it once or twice, just to get themselves back on their feet. A huge increase. So.
Well, that's interesting, Vicki, that people sometimes will think like, we're having tough economic times and we may qualify for food stamps or fuel assistance, but when that stuff is retroactive, the income guidelines, things like that, if you are having a 2-week or a 3-week bout of really, really tough times, can you serve people in those situations as well?
We certainly can, and we really encourage that. We don't want people to look at us as a grocery store. We're here for emergency food for people that need it, and we serve the Perham Dent School District.
Okay.
That's the guidelines for being able to come here, and if they're in need or have a time where they've had huge bills and don't have the money to go buy the groceries, 1 month, then by all means, if they live within the Perham Dent School District, they can come see us.
Now, is there something, do they need to be referred here, or is there an income guideline, or how does that work?
Okay, actually they don't really need to be referred. They can just come. We are open every Monday morning from 8:30 until 11:30, and they can just come. They need to bring with them like picture IDs and proof of residence that they live where they say they do. Mm-hmm. And then we just go through and ask them a few questions, and we get them some food, to help them.
Okay, so the point is to help people, mm-hmm. not to, I
right.
know you have to do a little bit of screening.
Right, we do.
But the point is to help. How many people did the food bank serve last year?
Last year we served a total of close to 2,000 people. Wow. We gave out over 97,000 pounds of food. And our donations were, right up there too. This area has been just tremendous in helping us out. And there hardly is a day I go to the mailbox that I don't see some kind of a, somebody sending some money saying, this is for the Food Shelf. And through the holidays and stuff, this area was just tremendous. I was just almost overwhelmed. I took over in September, and it was almost overwhelming to me to see all the people that donated, maybe didn't buy for their families that year and gave to the Food Shelf instead as a Christmas gift. So it was pretty awesome for me to see all that. So
I imagine as the new director that
it was an eye-opener.
Is surprising
yes.
to see that. And I know that there are so many service organizations. I know that the Perham Wadena Masonic Lodge just gave you a nice healthy contribution of cash donations, mm-hmm. but also sometimes they'll be like at the library, they'll have a box for food donations, or even retail stores will do bring in 2 canned food items and get that kind of thing. Do you see a lot more of that going on as well?
We just finished our March Food Share Drive, which is the only time of the year that we get some matching funds for what we locally raise. And it, according to when I look back into the books and stuff, it probably was the biggest march that we've had here at the Food Shelf for donations and stuff. We took in a total of over $15,000 and over 7,000 pounds of food. So amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. And then just this last week now, actually, May 9th, the U.S. Postal Service had that Stamp Out Hunger. And from the surrounding postal areas, we received close to 900 pounds of food again. So it truly is amazing how the community just supports us and keeps us going. So,
well, that's wonderful. Now, I remember, maybe 30 years ago when people called this commodities. Mm-hmm. Or something like that, but I look around and I see definitely the brand name things, the things that you'll see on the shelves in the grocery store. So you're not going to find or entirely the black and white, generic looking cans or boxes of food. No. This is.
I have a food bank that I order through out of Crookston. We get that once mm-hmm. a month where we get certain things that I can order and whatever, and then a lot of local stuff. I try to order local stores here. Whenever I can, when I need some things. And So it really works out well. It's kind of a win-win situation for us. So.
Well, Vicki, if there's somebody that's watching that has a need, or knows somebody that has a need, or maybe there's people watching that would like to contribute, do you have a phone number or a way or a website? Or
I do. I don't have a website. I do have an email here at the Food Shelf, which is permfoodshelf@arvig.net. Our phone number here is area code 218-346-6181. And if they just want to send a donation or whatever, it's just Post Office, Perm Food Shelf, Post Office Box 7, Perm, Minnesota. And, you know, if somebody would like to volunteer at any point, you know, I never know what my needs are. So sometimes it's nice to just have a list. If somebody calls me up and says, you know, if you need something, here's my name, give me a call. That's always very appreciative, because I just never know from week to week sometimes what's coming, or what I need to pick up, or what I need to do. So to have those extra names or phone numbers that I can call, you know, can you help me out, really is wonderful. So they could let me know that too. So
it sounds like you're doing a great job here, Vicki Kleinert, Director of the Food Shelf here in Perm. Welcome back to the Perm Show. I am speaking with Marilyn Hoffland, and Marilyn is the Nutrition Education Assistant for the Extension Service.
That's right.
University of Minnesota Extension.
That's right.
Well, welcome to the Perm Show, and you are up to your elbows in dirt and getting these Perm community gardens up and running.
That's right. We're really grateful for the sunshine this morning.
Absolutely. How long have you been doing this? How long has there been a community garden?
This is actually our 13th year.
Wow.
Lucky 13.
Know. Yes, absolutely. I guess I didn't realize that. I was thinking this was kind of a new thing. Are you finding more interest? I know I spoke with Vicki previously about the kind of tough economic times. And
that's right. I think there is a stronger interest right now. Excuse me, trying to fight a cold here. There is a stronger interest, you know, people wanting to do something to help their food budget at home, and certainly seeing where that small investment in some seed and time can really benefit their food budget at home.
Absolutely. How many plots do you have?
We have 9 plots, and I typically, if there is one left over, I will typically take one, and then I use that food that's grown for food demonstrations at various sites that I go to, as well as just giving out to people who are coming to the food shelf that don't necessarily participate on an ongoing basis in the community garden. They may be coming to pick up a food package here on a Monday morning, and if I know of something that is of excess in the garden, or something from the plot that I grow specifically for the food demonstrations, then I'll certainly be able to give that to them to complement their food package.
Oh, and yeah, that is wonderful to have the fresh, locally grown things. That's a great partnership with the food shelf, to have the community garden located here. And what a great marriage that seems to me.
I think that is the reason that it has been successful. My program is actually funded through food stamp dollars, so I work primarily with limited income families and limited resources, and so this is a perfect spot to have it. One of the funnest things for me is when a family is picking up their food package, and I might ask to take out their child and pick a few fresh vegetables, and some of the kids have never seen how a green bean grows, or you know, some of the fresh vegetables, and then they come in just so proud and show to their parents what they've picked outside. So that's a lot of fun.
Well, now you have the 9 plots. How can you tell me? We're going to run out of time. I know we are, but can you tell me, how does a family need to be income eligible then to qualify to grow their own plot, or is it acreage eligible?
I do not go over their income. If they tell me that they want to either learn gardening, because it's to teach gardening, so learning about gardening. Having some kind of a financial need. They do not have to be a food shelf participant.
Okay.
They may know me through their child's Head Start classes. They may know me through some of the public schools, through the Go Wild program. They may be a WIC participant.
So what is the best way for somebody to get in touch with you, Marilyn, if they have an interest in doing the community garden?
They could call the extension telephone number, and that's 385-5423, or they could even call the food shelf here 346-6181,
Very good.
or simply show up on a Monday morning and tell me. This year I may still have one plot still available.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, Marilyn Hopland, thank you so much for being with us on the Perham Show.